We're living Laguna Seca. All right, this week at in the Porsche Cup, we've got Laguna Seca coming up. I was able to get us a 124/731, which I'm very happy with. That was tough for me to get. I think the fast guys though, they're going to be doing 22s, 23s somewhere in there. This was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was halfway decent at this one, but it took me quite a bit of doing to get here. I think in the actual race we'll be doing more 25s than 24s, but we'll show you that fast lap that I was able to get, and then we'll talk about how we did it, and then we'll come back here with some final thoughts.
Sector 1 time's okay. Sector 2 is a 10th off your best. That was 124.73. Sector 3 times okay.
All right, Laguna Seca Porsche Cup fixed setup. Haven't changed our brake bias or anything like that. Got ourselves a 124/731. Let's go through how we did it. First little bit here is all flat out. Our first braking point is going to be, we're going to start braking right around this white line here. Once we get over there, we're going to start putting on the brakes. Start putting it on, and we're going to try and get down. We're in 6th. We're going to try and get down to 2nd by the time that we get to this this corner here. Want to be smooth on the downshifts, just kind of spacing them out, but we have to be a little quick about it. There's 3rd, 2nd as we're turning in, and we're just going to keep turning in, holding the brakes, letting off the pressure as we're turning in the wheel. Hold a little bit of pressure. And then as we come around here, we are going to have to start putting on a little bit of throttle, getting the car to rotate a bit more. And then we're just trying to keep our front left wheels lined up with this curb here. I don't want to hit that red bit, but yeah, we're just putting the throttle on. And then as we exit, we're going to start putting a little bit more throttle in as we straighten out the wheel. And we've got the wheel straight. We're getting all the way the rest of the way on the throttle. Alright, next braking point. It's going to be kind of where this little bit here starts. And we're going to want to be in 3rd through this corner. If we get up to 4th, we'll have to downshift. But yep, we got up to 4th, so we're going to downshift as we brake. Just a smidge on the brakes. We're not going real heavy on it here. We're just biting in, and we're going to get back down to 3rd and come up over. Just hold that brake pressure, ease off a little bit. We're going to come up onto this curb here. Again, I don't want to hit the red bit. It's not the end of the world if you do, but it's going to unsettle the car a little bit for this corner, and we're going to get back on the throttle. And we hit it a little bit there, and we could have gotten a little bit better exit had we not, but like I said, not the end of the world. Full throttle through here. We could have gone out just a smidge wider onto a little bit more of our left tires onto that curbing there. Next braking point is going to be kind of, again, where this curb starts on the left hand side here, around here. And again, it's just going to be a little bit of pressure. just to slow us down so we can make the corner and bite the front wheels and turn it in. This one, this red bit here, we can take a bit more. We're gonna start putting a little bit of throttle back into it. I didn't hit it that time, but I feel more comfortable hitting that one than I do the others. But now we are back full throttle as we straighten out the wheel a little bit more. There we go. Full blast through here. Then as we come up here, we're gonna start braking a little bit. I view it in my head, it's a little bit before the 3, but I think it's just actually just a little bit after the 4. But in my brain, it's before the 3 is how I think about it. But we do need to put a fair bit of braking in the straight line here. We're gonna start slowly ease off the brakes as we're turning the car in. And we're gonna come up. Don't want to hit it again, but we're gonna start putting the throttle in. I'm kind of overlapping a bit here, but we're gonna exit. Easing back onto the throttle, and then as we straighten out the wheel, the rest of the way on, come over onto this curb a little bit, and we are full throttle once again. Now again here, my brain is a little bit before the 2 is where we need to hit the brakes. We're up to 5th, and we're going to want to be in 4th for this corner. But yeah, we're getting the, again, it's, my brain says before the 2, but my feet do a little bit after the 3. See, I'm starting to brake there, but we're hitting the brakes 4th. This corner is rough. Do not hit the red part on this one, but we need to get real close to it, so we're just holding the brakes there, starting to put the throttle in and coming through. I'll get the outside view here for you. So we are pretty close to that that curb there, but we are back on the throttle quite a bit here. Rest of the way full throttle through this whole section here, and come on over to the left. Our next braking point is going to be this white line here, and we're gonna brake in a straight line over the hill here. This is one of the harder parts of Laguna Seca is not easy in any parts, but this is one of the parts people have trouble with. So we're gonna hit brakes here. This is I'm slow through here too, but we're gonna ease slow. We're holding pressure a fair bit. We've eased off from our peak, but we're just holding pressure, kind of slowly coming off on the brakes. So we're turning in. And just part of the corkscrew here is just kind of knowing it, but also there's these 2 trees coming up. We're just holding the brakes, so we're putting our little bit of throttle back in at this point. And so you can use these trees here. I'm gonna kind of aim at this one as I'm coming down. If you've started your corner wider, aim at that one, I believe. But so I'm just kind of aiming the car towards that one. I don't really think about it that way anymore, but that was a good way to start. But yeah, we were on the throttle here. After you do it enough times, you just kind of know it. But that's a good place to start, is using the trees as a reference. Yeah, we were full throttle through here. And so we're turning in. This part's a little rough too, so I'm just kind of modulating the throttle as I feel the grip, and kind of braking into where this corner is. There's no real good reference point, and that's part of my problem here, is that I don't really have a good reference point, but I'm braking as this this first apex of this corner comes up. It's kind of a horseshoey spot, but we're wanting to get over to the left hand side of the track here, just holding that that brake just to kind of help keep the car turning. And we bring the throttle back in, and then as we can straighten out the wheel, we'll go the rest of the way on the throttle until we get over to the left hand side of the track here, where we'll brake at the beginning of this curb again. And this one, hold the brakes and turn in as we're easing off, just to get that front grip in. Again, this one, this red bump here we want to avoid, but we are already starting to accelerate out of the corner here. Full throttle. And then braking point here. We went past it. Kind of, again, beginning of the curb. I'm kind of aiming for the white line, is kind of what I'm aiming for here. But pretty heavy on the brakes here. I'm going to get down to first in this corner. It's a pretty much a right angle here. And then holding the brakes a little bit so we get our turn in going. Back on the throttle. Very gingerly. It's easy to spin out here. And then we're going to get up to second pretty quick. I've short shifted here a lot too. It kind of depends on what the car's feeling like, but yeah, it's full throttle the rest of the way through here. We got ourselves a 124.731. So yeah, I must have done, just looking at my old lap times, I must have done Laguna Seca in the Porsche Cup at some point. I don't really remember it. I do remember more doing this track in the Audi TCR. I remember being decent at it, but that was a while ago, and I think we're in a different split now than we were then, or different, you know. So I think this is gonna be a tough one for me. Like I said, I think I'll be hitting the 25s more than the 24s. It was really pushing for me to get there, but I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Excited to give it a go. Thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't. If you want to watch along live when we do give these a try, head on over to twitch.tv/thepiltdownman. If you think we earned it, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next time. Bye.